Hello， 大家好，我是阿旭。那大家有看了上一集杜拜航展影片了吗？其中呢有提到特别把一架飞机拉出来单独做介绍，就是我们的波音777X。那这架飞机呢，老实讲，它在涂装上面并不是航展上面最亮眼的，不过呢，它就是最具革命性的民航客机之一。那这次非常荣幸能够访问到波音的主管 John Dyson， 那我们就一起来听听看究竟他怎么教这款飞机吧。
My name is John Dyson. I'm here from Boeing Product Marketing to talk 777X. 777X, we really believe in interior design kind of evolution, right? So we're going to combine a lot of the best of the 787 and a lot of the best of the original 777. The 777 are the two most passenger preferred aircraft in the world today, and so the 777X has a pretty large legacy to live up to, and I think we're gonna match people's expectations. So a couple of the features you're going to see in this aircraft. The aircraft is going to be wider than that 777-300ER, 4 inches wider or 10 centimeters wider. We did that by sculpting the sidewalls out. That allows us to get a true 10 abreast or 343 configuration in economy with 747 levels of comfort. So now you'll be sitting in a large economy class cabin, but you'll have a lot of seat width to sit in up to 18 inches, so for a very comfortable flight. A couple other things that we did was, if you look at the windows, these windows are larger windows. There's 14% larger than the existing 777, 40% larger than the competition. And as you see the position of them, they're also higher. So as you're sitting there, you don't have to kind of bend your neck over to look out the window. So there's a lot more visibility out the window. Options, the baseline would be a manual shade. Oh, okay. And then the option is, yes, the electronic dimmable window. They can choose between which window. Other features about the cabin that that passengers will love and notice is that we're going to have a 6,000-foot cabin altitude, just like the 787. So it'll be a lot more comfortable for a long-haul flight. We'll also introduce some more cabin humidity, another great feature from the 787 that passengers love. And also a lot quieter. We do that two ways. So the quietness we can do because the engine is a lot quieter, about 40% quieter than the existing 777. And we also add in another set of ducts for AC air kind of flowing into the aircraft. Instead of using 2 ducts, we're using air through 4 ducts. So it allows the pressure to drop down so you're not pushing so much air through the cabin on 2 areas, so you can spread it out over 4. So the combination of the quieter engine and the 4-duct system really allows us to have a really quiet cabin noise environment for our passengers. You can see the beautiful wingtip out there. The folding wingtip, which will be the iconic feature, the iconic look of this aircraft as you see it at every airport when it comes out into service in 2025. It's a beautiful piece of machinery that allows us to extend the wing and gives us a superior lift efficiency or bigger wingspan, higher aspect ratio that allows us to generate about 5% better lift than the competition today. On the ground only. And then as you taxi out to your departure, checklist item for the pilots that they extend the wingtip down, and once it locks, the checklist item will go green and they're ready for flight.
进入驾驶舱参观，当然要来找一下究竟折叠翼垫按钮在哪里。
Right now it's in a full position, and so when they go to taxi out later today, what will happen is in their checklist, when they fly out, they always do have checklist as they close out. When it's a full extended wingtip, so the pilot will manually turn the switch from that vertical position to the horizontal position, and the wingtips will extend. So it'll take about 20 seconds, and then the indication light on the ICAS will say you're extended. The checklist item will go green, and they're ready for dispatch of the flight. So because we're on a flight test airplane, there are unique features that you're looking at. So these black barrels right here are all plumbed together. You can see this gray plumbing. They're all plumbed together so we can move water as ballast or weight throughout the aircraft, forward, aft, kind of adjusting the center of gravity of the aircraft as we're running through different flight test profiles. You also notice the orange wiring. The orange wiring is really all the flight test specific data sensors and tracking systems across the aircraft that are then pushed into all those computers that sit back there in the middle of the cabin. And so what we'll have is flight test engineers that'll be sitting there during the flight test profile. They'll be monitoring the data parameters for fluctuations, and they're looking for, they're ensuring that we're tracking the data to verify that the systems that we put on board and the things that we're testing for to comply with what we said they're going to do, and that we modeled properly. So it's really just data collection, data capturing, and data processing that the flight test engineers go through.
那波音777X 的客机订单目前已经有9家航空公司向波音订购。分别有德国汉莎航空、阿提哈德航空、国泰航空、卡达航空、阿联酋航空、全日空 ANA、新加坡航空、英国航空跟印度航空。那预计呢，2025年交付首架，但还没有确定是哪家航空公司哦。那至于台湾未来会不会有波音777X呢？我个人认为机会非常大。 那毕竟市场上能做出双走道管理科技的，就只有波音跟空中巴士了。而台湾的长荣跟华航都已经有庞大的波音777机队，那两家呢也都有787梦幻客机。而 777X 刚刚 John 已经提到了，是717和787两种机型的综合进化版。那很难想象不选择订购717X，那或许呢要等实际营运后才会有比较明确的答案。那就让我们拭目以待吧。期待波音777X能顺利在2025年披上航空公司的涂装，翱翔在天空当中。我是阿旭，我们下段航程见喽，拜拜。